Technically it's a park, but it's all cement, but beautiful. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. About a year ago we were walking inside because it was so cold that we felt really bad about saying let's take the walk outside. But anyway, we did it. Every walk is different. Every city is different. So this time, when we started this thing off last year, the goal initially was, how do we sell a pair of shoes at a time? We partnered with this great company called Tom's. And you guys, like many people all over the country, thousands of awesome walkers, joined us for 1 mile at a time and helped to give thousands of shoes. You know, Tom's went to reach the goal of 50,000 shoes last year. In fact, I think Minneapolis was one of the last shows that we did, maybe the last show that we did last fall. And the thing that was so powerful about these walks and about the partnership with Tom's was, it really was one pair of shoes at a time, and it continues to be a great partnership with that. But you guys were part of the group that helped make possible to give 50,000 pairs of shoes. So thank you guys so much for joining us and doing that last year. You know, it's hard to start, it's hard to begin. Through the walks and through what we did last year and how the walks began, you guys came to us with different ideas, and we met different people along the way. And the idea of the walk has slightly transitioned into a different mission. We're still supporting Tom's shoes, but really what the walk is about is the idea that each of us have an incredible power to make a difference. Each of us have an incredible set of tools available to us. You know, the average American is not average in the world. You guys know that. I'm always blown away. It's like I feel like I'm at a firing range. You guys are, all the cameras are pointed. And we all have these resources that we don't think make a difference. This generation of people we've been over prepared. So many people have resources, even those that are struggling in this country and in much of the Western world. We have so many resources available to us. And you know, you can't even rent a car until you're 25. That tells you that people don't expect young people to step up and really make a difference. You know, it's not just a question of young people under 25 or those over. It's everybody, but especially for you guys now, as we're coming of age and as the next generation is growing up with technology and with access to so much information, we have this incredible opportunity to ask ourselves what we want our mark to be in the world. And for that matter, what we want our mark to be in our communities. The idea of giving something with your day job, giving something with your livelihood, with your ideas, that's really what the walk is about. Today, everybody that walks, every mile that you guys walked with us, if anybody's come before, if anybody comes later, we're going to count your 1 mile, if you register your mile, and we're going to give $1 for you, and we're going to let you guys choose one of 5 really important things that you can make your walk count for. The reason we wanted to do this was because, you know, the fact that you guys are here, the fact that you come with us, walk down the street, take your shoes off, and whether, you know, it could be raining right now. Last time it was friggin' freezing, and we've walked in snow, we've walked in blistering heat. It's not always fun, but it's incredible to see how it isn't the same, but we do it anyway. We wanted you guys to know that just by coming, you couldn't avoid making a difference. So that $1, we're going to say, we're going to give it for you, and we're going to let you say, you're going to pick what you want to do. If you want to help provide a pair of shoes, that's the start. If you want to help drill a clean water well, you can help drill a clean water well with a great group called Blood Water Mission. You can help build a school, you can help provide medicine for moms that are HIV positive and help prevent them from passing on HIV to their kids, and you can provide access to healthcare through a technology company called DocVia. You know, the whole thing about these walks is it's not about who's watching, it's not about who we're reaching when we walk down the street, though sometimes it's awesome to see people's faces like, what the? And then you're like, we're Hanson, they're like, what? You're walking? It's the walk. I had to use that on ourselves. Self-deprecation here. But this is about you guys, this is about showing up, this is about putting your feet to the ground. This is about day after day coming out and living just a touch differently. You know, a good about with the guys about the election now. Obviously, it's a big deal that we're about to elect another president, and it's a very similar idea to recognize your ability to vote and commit and say my voice counts. You know, you can throw up your hands and say, hey, Africa's huge, there's tons of problems, it's not our problem. What's one shoe going to make a difference with? What's 1 mile going to do? What's $1 going to do? For one, it costs 33 cents a day for a mom that has HIV to take a drug, 33-cent drug, that will make sure that she doesn't pass on AIDS to her unborn child. If she takes it for 1 month, it's down to 2%. The kids that are born with mothers that take that 33-cent drug for a month will not get HIV. If they do have HIV, they get 3 years to live. So you're born into the world, and the world says, hey, great to see ya. 3 years, you'll be dead. So, what does a mile count? What does $1 matter? What does a 99-cent download really do? Well, let me tell you something. It matters. And you guys, it's not about guilt. It's not about feeling bad about your life and saying, gosh, look at all the money I waste. It's about realizing how easy it is for you to actually do something that will influence people. Will a pair of shoes matter? Last year when we did the walks, we started off in Nashville, Tennessee on a hot day, wondering whether there was going to be 3 guys walking down the street alone.
Whoa! Like, who are those crazy guys walking down the street by themselves with megaphones?
Yikes. But luckily you guys are with us, so you're crazy too.
And also, and that does matter because ultimately we helped Tom Shoes deliver 50,000 pairs of shoes because you guys supported us, because you guys went out and you said, you know what, we believe in this idea. This makes a lot of sense. And thousands of shoes were sold. So we thank you guys. For all of you who might have bought Tom Shoes, we thank you guys. And then also, you know, it's another reminder. Women are way more likely to contract HIV and AIDS than men are. So I think it's appropriate that we have so many women here today because this is not just about a disease. This is not just about poverty. It's just not just about kids. It's not just about Africa. This is about you. This is about women like you in a country across the ocean who are basically a statistic. They have a death sentence because they are way more likely to contract this deadly virus and ultimately pass it on to their children. And you guys are a part of a generation of people that can ultimately save those who need help. And you guys are proving that you're leaders, and you guys are proving that you are going to be a part of the difference for those people who need you. So we thank you guys for walking today.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, you guys can't hear this, can you? Right. I feel so comfortable though, right? We're gonna finish this walk. This is our halfway mark. Like I said, thank you guys so much for showing up and joining us. I'm gonna tell you again before we finish, but you guys literally, every person that's here, you are a mile that's going to be counted, and $1 that will be given if you stick around at the end of the walk and choose to make it to register it and decide to take a little time to hang around. Obviously, you don't mind hanging around and doing crazy stuff, so make sure to register your mile at the end. There's also another thing which we're excited about this. There's a book called Take the Walk, it's really just a coffee table book about the last couple years. It's a simple story. There's 5 new songs which you recorded with it. It's also raising money for each of the 5 causes, so it's another way if you guys want. It's $40 and it raises money for the causes that we're talking about today. You can get that at the end of the walk, and we've gone ahead and signed a special kind of comp cover for everybody that walks, so you get an autograph, and you also get the music right away, so you guys can walk away with some music, just a kind of a way to say thank you for supporting those causes and getting the book. Just like the walk, you know, every little bit counts, and we encourage you guys to check that out. And